chat. Hello, folks.
What's up, guys?
Not much.
Haven't heard from both of them yet.
I've been talking with Cross. He's getting tough.
If you guys didn't know, the book repository changed.
What? Who's he in the way now?
The book repository.
Oh, you mean the website that you said you linked to for all the books?
Yeah, it's now thetrove.net.
Oh, okay. I downloaded it.
It's much
Hey.
more organized now.
What?
What flavor are you having?
It's just vanilla McDonald's ice cream.
Mmm.
McDonald's ice cream is really good for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I really like their sundaes.
Well, I have a McFlurry, which is pretty much like a sundae. Sort of.
Yeah.
Just,
It's pretty
M&M or
good.
Oreo?
I have Oreo.
Good job.
I love how the two women are creating horror stories about outbirth.
Let them have at it.
Hey, I'm okay with this. I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Yup.
Unfortunately, I let it sit too long. I'll melt. Eating ice cream. I'm not saying you're wrong, Ruber. I just thought it was hilarious. Yes, it is. Dare you insult my ice cream? You were the one that was wanting it anyway. Now you're saying it's not ice cream? Who on you? My sister also got a C-section, because apparently her son decided to wear his umbilical cord like a 5-point harness, so she couldn't actually have him birth correctly.
Chillo.
Hey, I'm coming.
What's up?
Yeah, not much. I'm just feeling under weather, so like I told Kat, we could do the kind of like prelude session to the finale. You know, we had one more night for y'all to do the final preparations and whatnot. So
That sounds fine to me. Comment next week.
yeah, if I mute or y'all ask me something and I don't respond immediately, it's probably because I'm like sneezing or something and I have my mute mic on mute. So
Okay,
But
no
just
worries.
wait a couple seconds and I'll unmute it and come back.
So pretend like we're
Um,
talking to Brown. Got it.
Is Brown gonna make it tonight?
He's here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I guess I want to start out with Cat.
Good. I have something I wanted to do.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I want to get up first.
Sure, yeah.
Did we sleep? I forgot if we slept or not.
Yeah. It's the beginning of the night before
Okay.
the purge.
Well, I'm going to get up.
The full moon. The moon is up early and is very bright, and you can't really distinguish it all that much from a full moon right now.
Fantastic.
So
And werewolves
it's
are
just
having
coming
a
over.
time.
It's just coming over the horizon, and it's huge.
Okay.
Huge yellow moon.
Well, I want to get up, sort of get around, and head over to the prince. Matter of utmost importance.
Yeah, Eddie opens the door for you and shows you in and says, "Hold on 1 second, I'll go see if he's available."
Appreciate it.
Goes in and Prince says, you hear the prince to the door say, like, show him in. And yeah, Eddie says, "All right, go on in." And Eddie goes about cleaning up the little area out there.
Okay. Well, I will go in the office and Do you mind if I shut the door?
Oh, please, if it's private, no problem.
Okay.
He's like, he's looks like he's knee deep in a bunch of paperwork right now. He's just filling out some stuff.
I do have sort of a favor to ask, and it is going to take a slight bit of time. Do you mind if I do something for about a half an hour before we talk?
He looks at you kind of confused.
This is very important. And
you want to do something here for half an hour? Or?
Yeah, yes, a ritual of sorts.
What's it? He puts down his pen and takes off his glasses for a second. And he's like, "What's this for?"
To make sure we are actually private and nobody can walk.
Okay,
I promise you that the time will be worth. I won't be obtrusive. It just will require me to spend a bit of time.
Says kind of leans back, and you hear him kind of whisper something into the corner of the room, and you see a very dark vampire, like midnight black vampire, kind of materialize out of obfuscate, and he says, "No one can hear you outside the room."
That's all right.
And then you see him kind of disappear into the shadows again.
Well, I appreciate that. It's faster than what I had to do. So
he says, "I keep a few bodyguards around."
No, I'm that definitely expedites the whole situation. I appreciate that. I'm sure you know of the old prince of the city, yeah? What happened to him?
I believe I heard that he died in a some sort of grandiose battle to the south of here.
What if I were to say that wasn't him?
Excuse me. Well, I mean, I would need proof, and then I would then say that I don't mind much if he's alive, I guess, as long as he has no aspirations on retaking the city.
I don't quite know what his plans are, but I do know he is in the city and in the chantry planning something.
Really?
Yes.
in the chantry.
Yes.
And do you know anything else about his plans? When he plans to execute or anything of that nature?
Unfortunately, the means of which I gathered this information did not let me know exactly what was going on. I just know he's alive when he shouldn't be. He's in the chantry for some reason. And, I mean, he's obviously making plans. He's got a couple of the other Nosferatu that hereabouts with him there.
Does he now?
Yes.
What else do you know? Seem to have been a busy little bee lately.
I have, honestly, I have found out this information roundabout. I, you know, wasn't really meaning to be there at the time, but took advantage of the information that was there, and I figured you should know, being as we got this whole shindig popping up here in, what is it, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
So, I do know the way you came in was rather abrupt. I do know people are unhappy about that.
So it's finally come to time. When push comes to shove, I guess. I guess more will be purged than just on the ones on the list.
I figure that you should know, because I sort of like the way you have things said of we do what we want as long as we keep to ourselves sort of deal, and that's exactly what I'm so.
Do you know of any other information that may help me know what I'm up against?
Honestly, trying to remember what I saw and not what I heard Brown and Wheelock say.
Right. You didn't look into much,
Yeah.
honestly, as far as
I mean,
what's going on in the city. You looked in on Victor and a few other things, but
right. We were shown Brown showed us the prints or the expert stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not a whole lot. It's all pretty much regarding the city.
Okay. Says, well, this is grave news. And have you found anything else about the werewolf killings? Like I've been asking you to look into.
Oh, yeah. Now, okay. I'm gonna, he's gonna look over at the corner, and yeah, that's very, very powerful estimate. Just want to make sure. Yeah. The Nosferatu in the city are doing the killings, along with the gangrel out in the city, the woods there. I think you would. No, we have Cliff.
It was just Cliff. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's sort of taking care of it, covered. And he's gonna glance back at the door, sort of unconsciously. Your keeper kind of involved with that too.
He looks very surprised all of a sudden. Did he?
Yeah. I'm about as surprised as you are, but me and Victor were looking into some things, and it sort of all points to him. And then I got confirmation from the information that I gathered about the prince that Eddie involved too. Apparently, he's got some crazy way to work his crazy powers that scare people to death. I mean, there was one of the werewolves out on the lawn of Elysium that was scared to death. How do you scare a werewolf to death? I would like to know. That would be helpful.
You see him kind of like looking around, like in his memories or something, you know, like, and he's like, he kind of shrugs at you with a smile on his face. I've never seen a werewolf be scared, much less scared to death.
Right. So, I do know for a fact that one of them did have a heart attack from a tear, and it seems that Eddie is the one able to do that. So if that's the case,
Seems like Eddie's still loyal to the old prince.
yeah. And that means that Elysium isn't safe if there is something going on.
He says, "1 second, please." And you see him kind of like close his eyes real quick, and you see his lips kind of mouth out Victor, but that's it. And you immediately feel like the ground shake a bit,
Oh, I know that something anyway.
and normal looking dude in a sweater vest walks in with little round glasses on, and kind of smiles at you and waves.
You mean
Not that
Victor?
Says, "Looks like I'm needed near you, my prince." Says, "Indeed. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a tussle here soon. And afterwards, I will release you of your debt to me." And you see Victor kind of look at him very seriously. He says, "I mean it. The extremist boon will be paid." And
Damn.
at the end of this full moon, and you see Victor says, "Well, I think I need to go get my sword and armor on then." And he says, "I'll be back in about an hour." He says, "There's some trash you need to take out with you. Eddie out there needs to greet the sun in the morning. Thank you." And he looks at you and he says, "Are you okay with sending Eddie to his fiery demise by sunlight?"
I mean, he's a nice enough dude, but I know he doesn't particularly care for my kind.
Good. I just was asking the question to make sure you weren't lying about any of this and that you
Oh!
truly believe what you were saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can tell from your reaction.
Oh, oh, right. Sorry.
And he says, if you had any guilt about it or were lying at all, you might have a little bit of recourse when you knew I was going to kill him.
Oh.
Being as he is such a nice dude and all.
Well, I mean, yeah. If that's
nice and all, but traitorous nonetheless.
Cool. Yes.
So, as I can't have that in my court, Victor, please put him on a flagpole somewhere where he can see the east. Thank you. And he closes his notebook up of paperwork that he has, and he says, "So, are there any other conspirators? Anybody else I need to know about coming for me, or any other thing I need to worry about?"
Like I said, I only really saw the prince being here and Eddie being involved along with the Norse.
You see Victor calmly walk out, and before Eddie can use like demontation or anything on him, you just see him punch Eddie in the face, and he goes torpid.
You fucking torpor punched him. Oh my god, we had this fucking joke in our old group about torpor punch and just being able to torpor somebody with one punch, and he just fucking did it. That's like hilarious.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any fortitude, and Victor has a lot of potence and strength, so he just
bashing him into torpor.
There's 7 bashing.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, one punch. Yeah. Unfortunately, I only know that the prince is here up to something, and I figure, like I said, your abrupt arrival, that's probably causing some sort of ruckus. I can't picture anything but tomorrow night being a perfect time for that. All the chaos. So if you'd like, I can either permanently ward your office or Elysium against outside visiting didn't quite require you maintain a bubble. You.
No, I think you've done enough.
Okay.
What would you like for a reward
Uh,
for your loyalty?
I honestly wasn't thinking of anything. I just, I mean, I would sort of like to just be able to do my thing, but I don't know. Would I be able to think on it and let you know?
Sure, we'll call it a. We'll call it a major boon for this. Sounds good.
Oh, absolutely.
By the way, my city, I'm the only one who holds boons.
Oh, is that how it was? I remember you sort of disbanded the office there, so sure that wasn't actually a thing anymore.
Yeah, I figure if someone needs to owe the city a boon, they can owe me, and same way around, the other way around.
Right.
And I find boons between vampires to start just petty squabbles.
I could see that. You owe me, and I owe you this, so you have to do. Yeah, seems like one big old cat fight.
It's not really well defined either, so.
Well, you seem to have paperwork and other stuff to deal with, so I think
Brunhilde walks into the room
Oh.
and stands next to him and pulls her axe down and puts it in front of her, and just quietly stares forward.
I'm gonna look at her and go.
You immediately feel like prey.
Yeah,
Just immediately, just
she does know that I'm actually here to help her, right?
she's not after you. Trust me. She's
Okay.
she's only after those that want to harm me, and she has a good nose for that.
Okay, I had to make sure. Okay, well, I will leave you to do your thing. I shall. You know why I am.
She as you kind of dismiss yourself, she kind of like turns and says, as you're walking out, you roll a perception alert as well.
Okay.
See if you can hear enough of this to.
Oh, she's sort of talking to.
Yeah.
Got it.
She doesn't go with normal decorum. She's just kind of like, "You're done, so now I'm going to talk."
I got.
Jesus.
Wait, deaf as a doornail.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you hear her mutter something on the way out.
Uh-huh.
Something possibly about Dad, maybe.
Dad?
Yeah. That's it.
I will head back to me.
Okay.
Got some balls to mess around.
Yeah. At your haven, there's a ritual going on with all the ghouls. A pretty large one, it seems.
Outside? Or inside?
Outside in the forest area. So like it can't be seen from the bridge or anything.
Right.
Yeah, it's outside, and it seems like it'd be a pretty big one because all 13 ghouls are working on it.
Oh, Jesus. I will wander up and roll. You can't in a cult real quick to see if I know what they're doing first. Oh, yeah, I know the shit out of what they're doing.
Alright. Yeah, it's a big ward they're throwing up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's a very good thing actually.
Right.
It's a ward against a lot of stuff. But it's actually manifesting over the entire island.
Excellent.
They're actually doing something useful for once.
I knew they would eventually. I think they looked up information on the dagger. They've been sort of helpful. They
Cliff,
technically found me the dagger.
Cliff comes up and Cliff is out of his cage. He kind of actually pads up to you and like sniffs you. He's in human form.
Oh.
But he kind of like just pads up to you and like starts sniffing you.
Oh.
Just a little weird because you know that he could just eviscerate anything around here at any
Right.
time.
I mean, he's acting like a dog, so I'll instinctively treat him like a dog and sort of hold out my hand for him to, like you do to dogs.
He sniffs it and kind of like or when you hold out your hand, he actually kind of recourses a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, when he sees you're not moving anywhere toward him, he
Right.
kind of like
I do that and I hold it there.
he perks his head up a little bit and sniffs your hand a little bit, and then kind of runs off shyly. You just see naked man ass running away from you. It's really weird.
This is the weirdest thing I have
Yeah.
ever seen. So we've gone from a gangrel that could just like pretty much tear somebody to death by looking at them to turning
Yeah.
into a shy battered puppy.
Mhm. Something happened with his beast really bad.
Yeah, it's not there. I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that may be something we're gonna have to look into fixing.
So the board goes up and they conclude the ritual. And where did you do you have that soul gem on you, or do you like?
Yeah.
Did you put that
Oh,
somewhere?
no, I probably put it with my collection of necromancy voodoo ingredients in house.
Okay. One of the ghouls is gonna he's gonna bring it to you and just like hand it to you and says, "Do you know what this is?"
From what I understand, it's a soul
Which
gem.
may piss you off because he like obviously messed with your crap. So
Right. Yeah, it's mine is what it is.
oh, sorry, I was actually looking for some quartz and I found this. I thought you might have something laying around. We needed some for the ward.
So, last I talked with Victor, you guys had your area and I had mine. And the whole point of that was you not touching my stuff.
I mean, usually we don't, and we've been really good about it, but we were just like so close to this quartz, and we really didn't want to have to run down to go get some more.
And
Yeah,
you know
it's
how
harder
to
this time of
contact
night.
me, right? You're the one that taught me the ritual that I use now. Yeah?
I wasn't the one. I don't really know that sort of thing.
Don't touch my stuff again, or I will destroy you.
All right, yeah. But anyway, so this thing right here, you can like buy stuff in the underworld with it.
Oh, it's underworld currency?
Yeah, you never heard of like buying stuff with souls in the underworld? I mean, it's pretty.
Can't say that. Would I know that?
I mean, in like no, not really, but in like
I did
semi-common mythology, in Greek mythology and whatnot, it's like you could barter with souls.
Oh,
in the underworld and stuff like that.
Got it.
But
well,
I told you, yeah, they have a whole merchants area down there in Stygia.
okay.
Whole bazaar.
Well, that is good to know. I appreciate the information. The next time you decide that I have something of interest, you find me first, and then talk to me about it.
All right.
Victor
Gotcha.
understands the tenets of vampirism as much as I do, and I'm sure he would not be too upset if I had to do something to you. Get me?
He says, "Yeah, I understand. I apologize. I am from a chantry,
Okay.
and in chantries, we just kind of flow."
Right. Well, this
Wow.
is no longer a chantry.
Well, I understand that. It's just thousands of years of training.
Okay. Well, do remember that your life is on the line here. So maybe next time you think a little more, yeah?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
All right. Again, thank you for the info. You found the quartz you needed.
Yes, sir. We got it out of that chest over there.
The
big-
chest. The chest with the gold coins.
Yes, sir.
You need to leave my presence right now.
Yes, sir. He runs off.
Oh my god. These ghouls are going to be the death of me.
Well, if you're interested in going to Stygia, let us know. We know how to open a portal. Bye.
I'm just gonna stare at him angrily. Good God.
So, yeah, he
Go into my haven and lock the door so they have to go in another way.
okay.
rumbling in Haitian.
You hear a knock on your door.
Oh my god. Cross! Oh, that hurt you.
Hello? Hello?
The door is closed for a reason.
This is the only way to our part of the haven. Can we get to the hatch, please?
Yeah. Sucks to not be able to have any privacy, huh?
I guess. So can we get through here, or do we need to dig a hole?
I'm tempted to make you dig a hole if you don't be quiet for 2 seconds.
Okay, that was 2 seconds.
Oh my god. Let's slam open. Stomp over, slam open the door.
He like winces back, looks at you surprised, like, why are you doing this?
Go!
Okay. He runs by. It was a different ghoul.
Yeah, I
than the
know.
one we were talking
I'm
about
not
earlier.
surprised, but
You see a couple more skate by when he goes by.
me and Victor are gonna have some words when he gets back.
We gotta ask the prince for new domain.
That's almost worth it. Yes. Jesus.
What new domain?
Yeah. You know, somewhere. Can I have a swamp? Can you just like give me a swamp somewhere?
Yeah, there's some.
Anyway.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
All
I'm sort of done for now. So.
Okay. All right, Brown. Did you what did you need to take care of during this last day you had?
I was mainly just preparing.
What were you preparing for? Or what were you doing as far as preparations are concerned? Because I'm probably only gonna get through this like one day before I had to call it, because I'm pretty messed up. So.
I might bunker in the forest. I think I'm good.
Go to Leo first.
All right, Leo. How about you, buddy? What are you preparing for?
So I wanna ask Vicky if she minds watching brain surgery.
Watching brain surgery?
Yeah.
No. I don't particularly want to watch brain surgery, but if I have to, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, so I'll get her in the car.
Uh-huh.
While I'm driving to the bunker to meet Risa, I'm calling Otis.
Okay. Otis, yeah, man, what's up, man?
What's up, Otis? You mind having a rookie tomorrow for the hunt?
Nah, man, I guess that'd be all right.
So, can you take Vicky with you? She needs to get some combat training.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, you know what I'll be. No, I mean, I'll be
You're a
fighting
big
some.
boy. You can murder stuff.
I know, but
Just needs
I can't promise she's gonna be coming back in one piece if we come across some vampires, man, or werewolves, nothing like that.
You remember she is a ghoul, right?
Yup, I do remember that. He'll probably just hide behind you to be fine. Hopefully.
All right, man. Well, I don't mind. Just I'll try to keep her out of harm's way. But if it gets hairy and I got to protect myself.
Yup.
And I can't promise that I'm gonna
alright.
protect her first.
Is that alright with you, Vicky?
She kind of says I could go to Bahamas or something for a couple of days. That sounds okay too. Just thought. She shrugs.
Come on, don't you wanna kill some wolves?
I mean, no.
Not particularly.
Leo's gonna crack up when he hears that. Yeah, she's going with you. She gets it.
She she puts a finger on her bridge of her nose. She's like,
You get for falling in love with her happy vampire. Fine.
Okay, so then I'll call Logan?
Okay. Who you calling?
Logan.
Cruz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Prince that does not exist.
Hey, this is the Chantry.
Uh-huh.
What's up, Mr. Chantry? How are you doing?
Says, hey, how you doing? What can I do for you?
Yeah, about tomorrow, we could probably hop through the fairy realm to get where we need to get.
It's a review. Get out of that.
I don't know really. He said he was gonna try to explain all that to me, but I don't really know how or what that does. So if you explain it to me, I could figure out better how we could use it.
So it's basically a gate to another plane of existence. We can get from there to wherever I have knowledge of. If I'm pretty, uh, I know the place well, we can get there pretty much immediately. Oh, that's something we can do.
And you can bring as many people as you want.
I think so.
Well, if that's the case, then that would be a nice way to surprise him.
Yup. That's my thinking.
I think we're gonna need somebody that's close to him that can tell us where he's gonna be, though. I'm trying to figure that part out.
We can figure that pretty easily from there.
That sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely work that into my plans. If we can all pop out of the portal and get him, then I guess.
I'm thinking we should probably have some of the potent snows attack from a normal way, and we can hop through Arcadia and attack directly Flavius.
I wonder if he knows anything yet, because if he has Brunhilde and Victor guarding him at all times, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Victor will stay to his rear, and Brunhilde will stay to his front.
We can hop right in the middle and get a stab at him, and then worry about the other two.
Suppose I just know that
Hospital biddies.
Victor owes the prince a life boon, and
Oh,
he'll
Thank you
fight
very
to the
much
death
for
for him.
the 6 bits there, Chloe.
thought
and
you had
hospital biddies.
that one covered.
Well, I thought I did.
Hmm.
Until I found that out. I only found this out very recently, though.
Can you get me one of those diamond teeth steaks?
Sure.
Okay,
Definitely do that.
That sounds good. We can try with that.
You do know that the current prince knows that we are coming, right? This is why I ask you. Do you know how he knows, by any chance? Can you guess?
Probably to some.
Fuck you, there's no way he knows. I hate sure there's no way he knows. God damn it.
It wouldn't have mattered if you ordered it anyway. He was in the telephone.
He was in the telephone?
Yeah, Cruz was, yeah. Out of character, he was using thaumaturgy, the path of technomancy, to actually become electricity. That's how he gets everywhere.
Oh.
He
Okay.
becomes data and then can get pretty much anywhere and listen to anything that electrical currents or data currents or go. So
All right.
he's pretty much tapped into the whole city. Out of character.
Damn.
All
right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
It wouldn't have mattered if you ordered it or not. So, but anyway, he says, I was just testing you to see if you knew anything about his disloyalty.
Hmm.
I don't know where
Like
he's
I
at.
said,
I don't know where he's at right now because he's not anywhere near any kind of technology Toussaint.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know where he's. If he's not near any technology.
But it's guaranteed he's going to be one of them against us.
Hmm.
or at least,
We could make
or at
sure
least he's already made his move.
we could make sure he isn't there. That little stab thing he has is pretty scary.
Have I actually used it on anybody that you've seen?
No, but
I
they saw what.
was at
Yeah,
the
they were.
crystal ball when
Yeah, when they saw what it does, how it judges you, and he knew that his heart is pretty heavy.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
multiple stabby things.
Yeah, no, Wheelock's really afraid of the one that will kill you based on the damage it does that it gets humanity.
Yeah.
Because he's got 4 humanity, so it does 6 automatic unstoppable
I have 3
damage to
humanity.
him. Oh, well, then it automatically kills him then.
Alrighty.
So,
Good to know.
yeah, if it hits him.
Yep. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Not it, but
So he says, well, just know that if you see him or if he tries to talk to you, he is one of the enemies. Whether you want to let him know that or not, it's up to you, but he, as far as I know, doesn't know that we know.
Okay. That's good.
Or they can allow you to get close to him if you want.
Yeah, I'll probably pay him a visit a bit later tonight.
It's not really needed, but there are more important targets around the city as far as combat abilities are concerned. I don't think he's going to put up much of a fight. I don't think he's probably going to leave his little island sanctuary during tomorrow night.
that's all I wanted was to be left alone, and you fuckers kept coming and prodding me and poking me. You only have yourselves to blame.
If you want to put yourself to use in a more in a grander way, I would ask you to go retrieve Eddie right now. He's currently being hung up to see the sun. He's currently being guarded though by several ghouls and a couple of the prince's very close bodyguards.
I don't think I should show myself to be on your side before it's necessary. Both for my sake and for yours.
Understandable. I just hate to sacrifice Eddie after everything he's done for me.
I mean, we could do stuff. I'm just not going in there to rescue his ass. I can do my stuff. If someone else can hop in and get Eddie.
Can you use that fairy realm to pop in and get him and take him out?
Probably. Where's he at? Can you show me?
He says, you get a little text message and it's like a live satellite up feed of the Cumber Museum's garden, and there's a flagpole in the middle of it, and he's torpid tied to the top of it with a bunch of ghouls standing around him with guns and night vision goggles, and they're all kind of like staring around, but he's at the top of the flagpole facing east, tied to it.
And do you think it's a good idea to show them that we have the power to be anywhere at any time right now?
I don't know. I just know that Eddie has almost been directly instrumental in everything that we've been planning in the city, and without him we couldn't have known any of the stuff we know right now.
Fuck. Do I have a view of the people that are guarding him?
Yeah. They're just walking around milling about.
What if I make them not see for a little while and you can just have Leslie run up and get him.
I mean, if you think you and Leslie can put together something, then I'm all for it. I just don't want Eddie to face that kind of end either.
I'll go, well, fuck it. You owe me his life for that, and I'll stop the car, open the gate to Arcadia, hop out, grab Eddie, pull him to my car.
Okay. When you pop out, that large golden light happens, and then you come back into come back out.
And I'll grab him and go to my bunker. Oh, Vicky, come to the bunker.
All right. Yeah, there's obviously a lot of panic and confusion as you pop back into the portal.
Yep.
So they did it very quickly, but
I'm doing it as fast as possible. Probably have my jacket over my head as well.
I don't
That's
think that's gonna work.
Yeah,
That's
just because.
Alright. So back at the bunker, what are you doing over there?
I'm reading my lexical creatures and let Vrisa open up my brain.
Okay. Oh, for the alright, yeah.
For the evening. I'm calling Doc and have a bunch of blood bags for me for tomorrow.
Okay. Yep, she does some weird things to you that are almost indescribable as far as like your perception, because she kind of takes out your nervous system from your body, but leaves it attached to your body.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the way she has to actually like
Yeah, I might have her have my
your
eyes
full
pointing
anatomy.
at the book. And
Sure.
Just be reading in the meanwhile. I'll ask her.
She'll actually elongate. She'll take the nerve endings in her hand and she'll stretch them out real long, and she'll put your eyes like on these little rests that are in frame of the book, and then she'll actually stretch your one hand way out and then put it near the book so you can turn the page as you want to.
All right.
And then she'll take the rest of your body and then disassemble that and lay it all around the room, but still working, as it pumps stuff around and whatnot.
At some point, I'm gonna ask her if she can make me a little bit bulkier. Since she's at it.
Says it unfortunately it won't be permanent for the short while. Yes, I could definitely do a little bit of do a little work to you.
Sounds good.
She says, I'll have to go out for a minute and go grab a couple people to add to you, but yes, I can work up something up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did you just make stuff grow?
No, it doesn't really work like that. I'd have to go out and harvest some muscle and organs from someone else and add them to your body. And as I said, your body will eventually reject them. Your vampiric body will eventually reject them, and you'll go back to your original state. But for the meantime, some of the muscle will work.
Your shrugs, okay.
Okay, I'll be back in about an hour.
Sounds good. I'll be ready. And I'm there, assembled, just ready with Eddie beside me and Vicky.
She hands your ghoul a eyedropper, and your ghoul is just sitting there like mortified at all this.
I'm surprised she doesn't get a fucking arrangement from this.
I mean, who knows? She might, but Risa goes over there and hands her a bottle of eyedroppers, and she says, "Okay, every few minutes, make sure his eyes stay dry." And you see your ghoul just sitting there, like her hands all shaking. Hands. She goes over there and just drops one drop on each of your eyes, and then she starts to cry. And then she starts to cry and runs over in the corner.
Don't worry, Vicky, I'll be put back before the night's over. Leo smiles with his mouth out of his body.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second, guys.
Yep. No problem. They are indeed horrific. And Wheelock is letting one just, rummage
So,
around in his body.
Yeah,
As
I mean,
you
that was the deal. She wanted to know all about his anatomy, so she completely disassembled him and took him apart. And after about an hour, she comes back and she's got two dead guys with her, and she starts processing them, taking muscle out of their bodies and adding it to yours, and then kind of smoothing it together like clay, and then putting it back, attaching it to the bone, and then she put some blood on it so that the vitae flows through it, and it becomes like part of your actual body for a short amount of time. Yep. She continues to do this as a slow process through most of the night, not all of the night, but most of the night, putting you back together and adding bits and pieces as she sculpts you back into who you are, but with more muscle mass and actually way better looking than you were.
Nice.
She's way more symmetrical, but
That's pretty cool.
as the means like
It- At some point, I'm gonna ask her, do you have any interest in the history of our species?
do you mean your Truhas species?
No, I mean the kindred as a whole.
Do you have any interest in the original or where we come from? Yeah, sure.
Because
Talking
I
about Kane?
happen- Yeah, exactly. I happen to have a copy of a certain book written by his hand.
That's interesting.
I would trade a copy of the copy for a bit of your special abilities.
We could talk about that.
Sounds good.
I need to
Thank you
know
very much for
exactly
the
what's
host.
in it first.
How are you doing?
So for now, your appearance and strength are going to be at 6.
Yep.
Your luck.
Okay.
And then every night they'll reduce by 1 dot every time you wake up, as your body rejects parts
Okay,
of the
thank you for the
junk
host
that
also.
she put into you. You'll wake up
Okay.
in your bed or wherever you are with like blood and sinew kind of oozing out of your body
Ugh. Ah. Ah.
as your body rejects parts of the stuff that's been added in. What?
Demetrius,
Yours
everything's
happens,
wrong with
guys.
vampires.
No, they aren't. They're
Yeah,
fine.
they are.
They're fine.
You're just blinded by your greed for power.
Yup, pretty much. Okay, so that's
she says that,
that's that.
She says, Brisa comes back and she says, if there's anything
All right, Cliff.
if there's anything else I could do for you before the fight, just let me know. Before your big fight, just let me know. I know you're looking forward to this for a while, and I've done pretty much everything I can this way though for you. She says, it's a pleasure doing business with you for the time being, and
I agree.
Hopefully we
Thank
get
you very
together,
much for
do something
everything,
in the
Madam
future.
Brisa. I look forward to it as well.
She bows. Tells you to
I bow as well.
Vicky's over in the corner, kind of like just still shaking, and she kind of like hands you the eye drops with like really trembling hands.
Back and forth, sucking
Oh.
your knees.
I'll drop them in my eyes and say, "How do I look?"
I don't know who you are.
What?
I don't know who you are anymore.
Ah, ah.
I'm the same person I've always been, and I cut my neck and give it to her.
She drinks. Can't ever really break that bond, but she's obviously a little weirded out by all this. Not little, but she's majorly weirded out by all this.
How much does she take?
She'll take 2 points.
Okay. I'ma tell her there are some things about tomorrow that I might need you to do. You're going with Otis to fight some wolves. And if you by any chance go fucking crazy, you gotta run to the dock. Can you do that?
If by any chance you go
I
crazy,
guess.
Run to the hospital, run to the dock.
Okay. I'll try.
Okay. I'll pat her in the back. Get her and Eddie in the car and go to the gentry.
Okay. Alright, Brown.
and an hour
So
to
I-
night,
What's
sir.
Sorry, I was eating.
Did you come up with anything you wanted to do tonight?
Essentially, I'm just going to be at the Chantry helping plan things, and I want to talk to Logan and find out who he wants linked with me and him as far as telepathy goes.
He wants Eddie, Leslie and Letitia definitely.
I can only have 3 people.
Okay. Probably Letitia for sure because she's running a small army, and I guess probably Wheelock.
Oh, I was reading it wrong. I can have up to 3 subjects, and it doesn't include myself.
Okay. So he says, probably Letitia,
Yeah.
Wheelock, and yeah, probably Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
because Leslie can pretty much take care of herself.
So, I guess during the fight I can switch it back and forth at will because it doesn't require blood to do it, as long as.
Wouldn't you have to pick the things when you perform the action? I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, but I can switch. I can go bounce. I can bounce back and forth. They
There's
don't
not
have to
much-
be.
There's not much
Yeah,
of
they
a
don't-
roll or anything for the power.
Oh, okay.
So,
No,
Yeah. Well, there is a roll, but it's only if they're not willing.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not much of a roll for the power. It's just you just kind of use a mental action to change who's in the call or whatever you want to call it.
God.
Yeah, he says that basically if you can just watch out for him, and I mean just another pair of eyes that's or another set of 3 eyes out on what's going on would help, and depending on if you think you could actually do any damage to Flavius, I mean you could also try to join the Alpha Strike.
What I'm thinking is I might be better because of my abilities to see. I think I can keep eyes on different parts of the battlefield and relay information and things like that. And then if need be, I can pop in through my gate and join the fray. But in the beginning, I think if there's someplace safe that I could be, within 500 miles, I can keep a very good eye on the battlefield.
Yeah, I think this is about going to be a safe place you can go. I don't know that Flavius even knows where this chantry is. So there's that. Plus, I plan on having all the wards I can up here to protect John and whoever else decides to stay here. Some of the younger Nos.
Just make sure I can see through the wards, because sometimes I can't.
I'll
Gonna haunt the shit out of the chantry.
it shouldn't shouldn't have any problem seeing out, but just not in. Should be like a mirror, through
Okay.
a hole, one-way mirror, whatever you want to call it.
And make sure that thing that when I look at something, I teleport to it, isn't going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I can do that. Anything else?
Red card 3-way.
Oh,
He smiles and nods.
oh God.
Sounds like a great way to spend our last night before.
This got real
goes.
Mass Effect real quick.
You see him get on the phone with the old harpy.
Oh, oh, right. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. He's got multiple, not partners, but multiple people in the city that he's been keeping as close allies in one way or another.
Close allies.
But the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go back to the hospital, grab enough blood to fill me up in like a cold locker, bring it to the chantry.
Sure.
And probably pop into Arcadia and just do a little studying tonight.
Okay. Anything in particular?
I'm still looking at Nkanu and things like that. That's the main thing. Is like my goal is now, join the Nkanu.
I mean, you get the idea that the Nkanu in the world pretty much they try to
Look at Discord, asshole.
honestly not even stave off Gehenna like you thought they might be doing. They're just trying to make sure Gehenna goes the way it's supposed to.
Trust me, I can't.
Yeah,
either.
that's what I had read. Was that it's not necessarily they want Gehenna to happen or they don't want it to happen. It's just
Right.
they want
They
time.
want things just to
happen
go
with
on the way it should, and then there's major players that kind of try to mess that up occasionally, and that's what the encounters step in and go, no. So there's somebody or something that tells them what the timeline should look like, and you have a pretty good idea what that is now.
And the last thing I do is I'm going to gate to my mentor.
That's gonna be a thing.
You talking about one of the other 7?
Yeah, like the one who is my mentor.
Okay, that's fine.
Just out of the blue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him know I'm coming first.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, it doesn't matter either way, but because you're all part of the 7, so he wouldn't really be like anybody about it, honestly.
The Lubri thing.
All right.
But yeah. All right. Was there something you wanted to accomplish there? Because I'm probably not gonna roleplay that because it's just.
Yeah, I'm making a child just in case I don't make it through the next night's battle.
I see.
There must be 7.
There must be 7. Your child
Yes.
might die.
Goddamn.
Your child might die for it if you live.
But yeah. So
You'll have to
I'm
come
gonna.
back and you'll have to come back and kill your own child.
Well, no, I mean he can still be my child, and then I would prepare him to take my place eventually, because it takes a while before
Yeah.
they're ready.
They don't count until their eye opens anyway.
So yeah.
Slippery don't count until their eye opens.
Essentially, I'm calling a mini meeting of the 7, saying that I might perish, and it's time to choose a child.
Okay. They accept it, and they already have pretty much a candidate ready for you. If you darted
You're a
it out
fucking
yourself.
cult.
Yeah, I am.
Well, yeah, because they already have. They pretty much they vet. Who's going to be part of the 7. So
It's weird and creepy.
of course it is. It's the Lubri shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Thank you
make,
for the $7.11, Slimer.
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But I'm gonna make a child. I'm gonna leave him with my mentor to begin his training, and then if after the fight happens, if I'm still alive, I'll go back and essentially, bring him with me to Jacksonville.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And I'm gonna tell Logan this as well.
All right.
So
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get back to Cat.
Right.
So,
Yes.
you're messing around in your haven.
Yes.
I imagine. What did you have other things other than making dolls that you wanted to do?
Well, I did also want to. Let me look up that ritual again. It didn't look like it had a. Oh, it's for the rest. Okay. The necromancer. Oh, it's the rest of the night. Okay, so I'll probably do. I have a ritual called Den of the Damned that pretty much makes it impossible for anybody outside to hear in on besides ghostly wailing. It can actually drive people deaf if they watch it. Woo!
Right.
But it's only for the night. Let's see. Alright.
You
Yes.
you're kind of like messing around in your haven, and as you're messing around, you get that like calling or whatever from the other side again.
Oh,
that,
right.
Some people are dying and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, there's, I'm gonna turn on Witness of Death, and is there
Yep,
spirit?
there's a spirit there saying there's more and more of those things happening. The ones that don't pass on.
Right.
I just thought I'd tell you.
Okay. Whereabouts is it? You don't know. Never mind. I know the answer to that. I don't know why I asked. I apologize.
Yeah, and as you're kind of moving around, turning around, he kind of seems to be dodging you for some reason. The spirit does. Like when you turn, he kind of like backs up, and then like kind of.
Make sure he's behind me so I can't see him. Right.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
No. He's just like as you move around your haven, because you're used to like moving around and talking to these things, and,
Right.
whatever. Because you can't physically interact with them, so there's no like real point in like facing them. Or anything like that.
So as I'm moving, like if I go to swing my hand through him, he actually backs up. Is that what you're talking
Not
about?
necessarily from your hands. Like your hands go through him a couple times, but like for some reason, as you're moving around, he does kind of like move out of your way. He's like, oh. And you're not used to doing that because usually they just let you walk right through them.
Right, and I'm sort of used to the slight chill. Did you pass away recently? Like very recently?
No, I've been. I think I've passed. Kind of hard to tell, but
I understand time is weird. It's just
the moving machines that make a lot of noise run around.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you've been dead a while. Why do you keep avoiding me?
That there's a I don't know what that is, but there's a thing on your hip that I don't want to touch.
Oh,
But
right. Okay.
it definitely seems like it could touch me, and I don't want to touch it.
I'm gonna pat the sword on my side. This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Kind of looks weird at it.
Yeah. No, I understand. I didn't know that was a thing. You have done me quite a bit of service, letting me know that is actually a thing. Is there anything anywhere I could help you out?
I'm having a slight bit of a problem. My great granddaughter.
Bye, Slammer. Thank you.
She can't find where I'm put to rest, so she's having problems.
Oh, well, you have found the right voodooist for the job. Sort of what I enjoy doing is helping people settle up with their lost loved ones, as it were.
Problem is, I don't know where I was laid to rest.
You don't have any connection to your body? You don't have a feta or anything? Usually you spirit types have some sort of bone Oh, there's.
I think my death was violent. Unfortunately, I don't remember it, but I remember.
So there may not be any left. What you're saying?
I'm not sure.
Oh my. Well, why don't you tell me who your granddaughter is and where she's at, and if I have the time, if I can't seek her out and maybe can try to figure this out, or at least if you want, I could let you talk to her, maybe get some issues out that way.
He gives you a name and address.
Okay, I will write that down on a scrap of something.
Sure.
All right. Oh, whereabouts? Is it in Jacksonville or it's somewhere like?
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. What time of night is it?
It's pretty early for
Okay.
you, anyway.
I mean, I'm down to go fuck around with that if you are. It's up to you.
Oh, no, I was saying roll intelligence real quick.
Okay.
Just straight intelligence.
It's just great stat rules weird me out.
Yeah.
Two
I
tens
guess,
and a
Okay.
6.
Just something kind of dawned on you with that. Your island is full of like wayward, crappy spirits that don't belong there, and you know, it's from that ritual they did, that big star.
Oh, yeah, I
You got
remember
rid of a
that.
lot of them. It's completely overpopulated with just spirits out the wazoo that don't really belong anywhere.
I thought they all went away.
Well, a lot of them did, but there were still a crap load of them milling about your island because they didn't really have anywhere else to go. They were just kind of like summoned. They're like, well, we don't have,
All right. Well,
And you do know that, well, your dagger has some sort of interaction now, and it does produce some sort of currency. Now, what that currency does, you're not really sure. But
yeah, I'm sure if Mila had this dagger, she would go goddamn apeshit.
oh yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Now, in a way,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, like I say, in a way, you're not helping them pass on to wherever they're supposed to be, but they're definitely passing on from this realm to the next.
With
And if you are trading the soul gems in Stygia, which is the realm of the dead, it does make sense that in some way they will get to where they need to go somehow, unless they're trapped in these gems permanently, which you're not really sure in a way. But
right.
It does make intuitive sense that if a soul is in these gems, they're trapping some sort of power, which you would think would probably be released after some point of time.
Right.
Portion of time.
So, I am then going to go find the go down into the vault and just yell down there. Which one of you all was the one that was telling me about the soul currency?
Hey.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna start to climb down the ladder. So, how much do you know all about this? It's like general knowledge that you sort of knew. Do you know a bit more?
I mean, not much. Why?
Do you know if is this like a coin where it stays like this forever and it's just used as money, or can people use it to free the spirit and then get something out of that? Are they trapped in here forever? Is I guess what I'm looking at for.
I think they could be taken out by just destroying the gem.
Oh.
But I'm not sure. I've never had one. And we're not allowed to go to Stygia because we still have souls in our bodies.
Yeah,
so
that would be bad.
taken out and used as currency, really. but vampires, on the other hand, while you have a soul, it's kind of locked to your something else. I don't really know.
To your something else. How very descriptive.
But as far as I know, and as far as Victor knows, that the vampires can freely move in and out of Stygia without having any problems because you're already dead. Ish.
Right. know. I sort of know my deal. Thanks. Do you guys have access to the ritual to get to Stygia?
Yeah. He points at a big Stargate-looking thing.
Oh, it's wow. How did I not notice that before?
Oh, we had some stuff in front of it earlier.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
do you guys do something and then it sort of like opens, or?
We decorated it for the last holiday, but I don't know how you missed it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do a ritual, and it opens a portal to Stygia that stays open for a time.
Okay. For a time. That is not helpful. Do you have any estimate on how long that time is? Do I have 5 minutes? Do I have 5 days?
Depends on what we do to open it.
I honestly don't know how Victor deals with a lot of you.
We can open it with a sacrifice of a goat.
Oh, so it requires a sacrifice. See, this is important information. Every
But-
ritual has components. If you
Right,
don't
it
tell me what
costs,
they are,
but if you wanted it open for the whole night, a human would do fine for that.
right? Yeah, and I may be looking at one right here.
Where?
Oh God, I thought
So
you guys were the smart bunch.
Technically, I'm a ghoul. Not human.
It hurts.
But
Anyway.
in the meantime, we could also feed it with soul gems if you would like to do it that way.
Oh,
About 10 should do. Have
Okay.
enough power to open it for a while.
and the soul gems would be
We haven't had a
used in
way
the
to-
process.
Yes, we haven't had a way to really get them though.
Okay,
So if you have more of them laying around, that'd be cool.
right. So
We'd also like to know what they're for.
what with soul gems?
Well, yeah, I mean, we know that you can trade them in the underworld because it
Right.
says that in that book over there, but we don't really know what or how or why or whatever.
The book. Let me know about the book.
Huh?
10 minutes ago probably would have
Huh?
been a better choice here.
Oh,
Information for the future.
yeah, it's a book about Stygia.
Okay, I will go and pour through.
Yeah, it's a very short book. But
Yeah, I
it's,
figured.
it's got it's basically got a little map and tells you little things about
A map. That's actually really handy because I would
Yeah.
like to know exactly where I'm going if I decide to go there.
basically the central bazaar is in the very center of the city. Other than it's right next to a really large tower. And
Well, yes.
you're only really making sense of the pictures because it's all written in some sort of scrawl that you're not really sure what that is.
I'm gonna look to the guy. What is this language-wise?
We're fairly certain it's some sort of language of Cappadocians or possibly the dead.
Oh,
We're
right.
not really sure.
Yes, most of the stuff would be Cappadocian related. Would.
Yes, we believe Cappadocian wrote that book.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know a Cappadocian, but I'm pretty sure neither of us wants to be involved with letting her know about the book. Oh, let's not.
Indeed.
Okay. So you said 10 soul gems, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back.
We're good.
I'm going to go back outside. I'm going to find
Poke 10 spirits.
most useless dumb spirits that are like half formed and don't even know what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of those still
Okay.
milling about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, ones that are like seeking revenge or anything that are just sort of like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
there's quite a few of those.
Okay, I'll poke 9 more of the fucker. No, 10. I want to save this vampire one.
All right, sure. Yeah.
So it does the same thing, well, without the flame and explosions, but
Yep. It just kind of
well,
a
no.
little physical gem that pops on the ground.
That's handy as shit. All right, so I will collect those soul gems. And I'll come back, and put them on a table in front of the guy. All right, do the thing.
Do you have any more in your wallet? What for when you get down there?
I got one. More curious to see, whatabouts you can buy stuff.
I mean, if it takes 10 to open the door, I mean,
Trust me.
when you go into a nightclub, I mean, you got to pay at least that much for the drinks, right? I mean, I don't know either. I'm just spitballing here.
You're not wrong. Alright. Start getting prepped then.
Okay, yeah. They're gonna start lighting candles up and stuff.
I'll go poke another 20. Okay, you stab.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, Ruber, I do have sort of an empathy to actual spirits, so I don't want to poke the people that actually need help and stuff like that and are just looking for assistance. So yes, the derpy spirits. God damn it, Cross.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you probably could get like a good 50 of them before you started running out of derpy spirits, but
Okay.
yeah, you start with 20. That's
Yeah,
fine.
let's just start with that. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult.
So you go around just stabbing the air, and
I'm sure one of the ghouls going, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing?
he thinks we're weird. He's the one that thinks we're weird. He's going around okay.
Yeah, and
So, yeah,
yet
they-
every single time there happens to be a new soul gem on the ground.
Whether they see it or not, who knows?
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, you collect some up, and they get the portal open,
Okay.
and it's a little purple swirling thing where you can hear the souls of the damned kind of whisper and scream out of it.
As they do. Alright. Well, so do we have any idea how long we're talking with this amount of currency? Are we at a couple hours?
Should be open for the rest of the night.
Oh, well, alright is that.
If you need to find your way back, it just says follow the Silver Road. I don't know what that means.
I know what that means.
Okay. Well,
Well,
that's
no, I mean, because I don't deal with the astral plane, so I don't.
No, you don't. Yeah, and this not necessarily the astral plane either.
Right. Well, I rolled into the cult. I got 2 10s and 2 9s.
Could be your silver. It could be your silver cord.
I mean, it would make the most sense.
Who knows? The silver cord might be multidimensional.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I think I know what that means. Well, here goes nothing. Walk through the fucking portal.
Okay. You find yourself walk through the portal, and you find yourself in a very dark place, very very dimly lit by purple and blue lights, occasional green flames and torches. But you're on a cliff, kind of above it, with a mirror image of the portal behind you,
Oh, okay.
and kind of like a little stone dais that you're standing on.
Got it.
And there are 2 very large wraiths that turn around and kind of look at you for a second and then turn back around.
Oh.
Like they don't really care that you're there.
Right, because gatekeepers, I guess.
It could be. Is that what you're saying out
Yeah.
loud? Okay, they don't seem to really pay attention to you at all.
That's fine. I didn't figure as much, but
When I say they're large wraiths, they're like the biggest wraiths you've ever seen.
oh, okay. This is interesting as shit that you saw. I'm fucking
They-
at the land
they
of the
even-
dead.
they
This is
even-
awesome.
They even look like death. I mean, they look like the scythes and
Oh,
you know,
this is fucking awesome. Okay, well, I will.
but yeah, you see a winding staircase that goes down the edge of this really very, very steep cliff.
Mhm.
It looks very precarious.
Okay.
It's lit by like green torches all the way down that look very much like balefire.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but then, yeah, and there's occasionally like dark purple lightning that lights everything up, almost like blacklight does. That kind of like ultraviolet glow. And then You get down to the bottom, and there's kind of like an old city that would match something like the technology of like probably like 1000 BC.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It's
I can sort of picture.
yeah, it's just a very very old like looking. It's a small town, but there are stone buildings, but they're like 1-story stone buildings, with the exception of a very large tower in the middle of the a very large black tower that spans all the way up into the purplish clouds that have the lightning going on.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It's maybe 100 stories tall or something like that.
Okay.
But that's in the middle of it.
I want to head for
It's
the
got-
car around
it's
it.
Yeah, it's got 7 pentacles on the sides of it. But yeah,
Oh, the Predator Pentacles are the sort of pentagram looking.
well, it's just got 7 points on it on a 7-pointed star.
Oh, okay. I know
No.
Pentacles is one of the suits in tarot. I just don't remember.
So, but yeah, yep. So you go down, and you're going down into the city. Almost every wraith here and spirit here is very well formed.
Oh,
There are quite a few. Actually, there are some vampires here too, walking around. Very skeletal, very dead-looking vampires, though.
oh,
Very, very decayed, very rotted away. But they have their fangs. I mean, so rotted away to the fact that like their fangs are showing through their lips. You know, so that's what it's like.
Samedi style or Cappadocian style?
Cappadocian style for sure.
Okay.
But they look at you kind of odd,
Yeah.
and they don't say anything, and they just kind of walk off.
Okay.
Um,
I'm sure my obfuscate doesn't work.
I mean, you could try. I mean, but
Well, no, I mean I usually have it on.
it doesn't seem like that power fails
Okay.
necessarily. But as far as it doing anything, no, it doesn't seem like it actually like affects them too
Right.
much.
Yeah.
The wraiths seem to notice you. and
Then I'll
everything.
just leave it off and walk around like a fucking squishy skeleton.
Yeah, the wraiths are trying to say things to you, but I don't know if you have your communication thing on. But
Well, I mean, if they're obviously trying to talk to me, I will turn it.
yeah, I mean, you hear the hisses and wails of the dam, but
Right.
you know, without your thing on, it doesn't really sound like anything other than just random like scary noises.
Okay, I will turn on witness. That's the.
Yeah, they even become more in you know, like solid forms
Oh,
when you have that.
Right.
They're actually just trying to peddle stuff to you. Trinkets.
They're Parkers.
Yeah, trinkets and whatnot. Little pieces of like white jade, things of that nature.
Okay.
You're not really sure what significance a lot of this stuff has,
Right.
Because you're not into
Cappadocian
you're not
necromancy.
super into Cappadocian necromancy or the necromancy of the undead,
Right.
or their type of magic in Stygia,
Right.
which a lot of this has to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're peddling wares to other wraiths and you. But you see quite a few wraiths walking around with big pouches of those gems, even some with like bricks of them and stuff like that.
Jesus.
The more formed and bigger
Right.
wraiths that have other smaller wraiths like following them around, feeding off the the feelings and emotions that they're reaping.
Jeez.
But
That's insane. Okay.
so you make your way over to the bazaar,
Mhm.
and
Like I don't even begin to know what to look for.
yeah, the thing is that most of the stuff you see here you can't even really interact with. It looks incorporeal.
Oh. Okay. Almost
some-
the stuff's
I mean,
designed
so-
for the race. Okay.
Right? Yeah. I mean, obviously it's in Stygia, so that's
Right.
where they're here. So a lot of the stuff is made of whatever they use for that. You're not actually sure what the stuff is that stuff's made out of.
Oh.
But there are around there are a few little things that you notice are material essentially,
Oh, okay. Like,
and
gravitate towards those.
right. Of the things in the in the bazaar that are material that you see, there are 4 specific items that look like things other than just like little like spell components or something like that.
Okay.
There is one wraith. He's got a what looks to be like a maybe 1 liter bottle of, and it's very well decorated, and it's like a crystal decanter looking thing
Okay.
of some sort of blood,
Oh.
and it's actually glowing red.
Oh.
The blood is itself.
Okay.
And it looks to be really, really thick and dark red.
Oh.
And the glow is actually like a really like low crimson, dark glow.
Okay.
That's coming off of it. And he says it's from a race that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
An ancient race that doesn't exist anymore on Earth. Some of the first to die.
Oh. Ow.
And then
Do they have a name?
he kind of struggles for a second, and he says, "Tall ones."
Oh. Eat it. It's just blood. I mean, it'll be awesome, but I mean, it's temporary.
Then another stall has a hand in it. It looks to be of vampire flesh, but it's cut off at the wrist.
Holding a candle?
No.
Okay.
It's got some like dark hair on it. It looks like it's probably like a very old hand.
Okay.
But just due to the coloration and whatnot, it's probably some sort of Middle Eastern skin.
All right.
And it's got like dark bristly hair on it.
Huh.
But it's just a hand cut off of the wrist. But you would know from your medicine and your occult that it's definitely vampire flesh.
Right.
It's got like sharp nails on it, but not like gangrel claws or anything like that.
Okay.
But it just looks like the old style of like how vampires used to kind of keep their nails all like
Right.
curled and sharp and everything. So
Okay. Ask him. What's ahead?
he tells you that it once belonged to a Bruja, a powerful Bruja that somehow died and brought his hand with him to the afterworld. And this is the hand.
Right. Can I into the cult and
Said
try
it-
to figure out what
said-
the fuck I would do with something like that?
He said that Charon separated it and wouldn't let him take it to the afterworld, so he cut it off with his scythe and he bought it from Charon himself before he disappeared.
Oh my.
That's the story he's telling you anyway.
Right. Obviously, it's probably exaggerated, but
Who knows?
what would you do with the hand of ancient vampire?
Eat it.
Yeah, there's. I mean, he tells you that with that roll. I mean, that was a really good roll, and you would kind of spitball with this guy, but he says maybe you put it on your own hand. Maybe you cut your own hand off and put it there instead.
Huh. And how much are you asking for interest in artifact?
He kind of looks you up and down for a second, and he says, "I would charge a man like you 15 souls."
Okay, so I have now sort of gathered an idea of how expensive these souls are. Really, 15 souls.
Indeed. 15 souls for the hand. As far as the way to use it, on the other hand,
Oh,
that might cost you a bit more.
now we've come down to brass tacks, as it were. So you do know how to use the hand.
You see him smile You see him smile a bit.
Is there even something for bargaining? I mean, I don't even.
Yeah, there's all kinds of business stuff in there. Usually, you would just use charisma or any kind of manipulation,
Manipulation, yeah.
streetwise or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of things you can use for it.
I mean, technically, manipulation performance if you're trying to put on.
It says for an extra 10, I can show you how to work it.
Now, come on,
Show you the magic behind it.
25 holes for the hand and how to use it. What do you take me for?
You can roll if you want. You can roll manipulation and go ahead and do streetwise.
Okay.
Because you're just trying to haggle.
Right. 10, 8, and 2 7s.
Okay. He says, "Well, I suppose for an extra 5, I can give you the information."
See, now that's a better deal. I think that is something rather proper. So 15 total for the hand and how to use it, yeah?
That'd be 20 total. I said 15 for the hand, 5 for how to use it.
True.
Nice try.
Gotta do what you gotta do. 20 it is. I go to put up my hand and I'm like, because it is a wraith, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
He says just, he actually takes his hands out and grabs the soul gems from you
okay.
and puts them in a bag from him. It seems like he can touch them too.
Okay. I was actually going to shake his hand, but I go to shake his hand and I stop because I'm like,
oh, yeah. He
can't do that.
So yeah, you have a weird old hand, and he says now on how to use it.
Yes.
You need to make sure that your hand is cut off at the exact same point.
Huh?
Apply it, and then try to use your blood to heal your hand.
Right.
And it should attach.
Okay. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Oh, thank you for that. I will.
You see the hand kind of like twitch a little bit in your hand.
Stop that.
Other than that, in the little area there, you see a ring and a pen, and that's the only other things that you see that are like.
I'll wander back by. I don't want to take up too much time. Just get the prices, sort of the general prices, peruse and ask how much the blood is.
The ring, the little golden ring, the guy wants 50 souls for.
Jesus, what does he say it does?
He says it'll give you a clear mind. That's all he says.
Right.
That's all he knows about it.
All right. And the pen?
She says that the pen has the power to write away people's sicknesses.
Right. Okay.
And
it's an anti-death note.
and she wants 5 souls for it.
Huh.
Yeah. And the guy wants 10 souls for the blood, if you were interested in that.
Oh. Okay.
So 65 more souls, you can pretty much get everything if you want it.
Right.
And just I'll fiat if you want it. Just tell me how much you want to go back and get it, and if you want to come back here and get it.
Okay.
And I'll just give you what they do, and then
Okay.
you can pretty much get about 40 more souls without getting into anything important.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'd
do.
probably run back, grab 15 more to get the pen and the blood, and I'll leave the ring for now and head back later at some point.
Okay. The pen, after you do a little bit of research on it and whatnot, the pen is actually what it does. If you write a letter to someone about the illness of someone you care about,
Mm-hmm.
The illness will be transferred from the person that you care about to the person you write the letter.
Okay.
you're like, oh, my brother John is sick and
With
it's gonna
pneumonia
take
and
blah,
cancer.
blah, blah.
And
Yeah, then all that stuff gets transferred to the person you write to.
interesting. Okay.
Pretty much no matter what it is, and it cures them.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So, lawful evil? Neutral evil, I guess?
I mean, it's pretty much just a thing for a thing. I mean, I don't
Right.
know. That's how you want to say it.
Okay.
The blood is blood. You'll have to figure that out when you figure it out.
Right.
Whatever. Now, as far as the hand is concerned, it starts when if you do what the guy says, but it takes a little bit of willpower to cut your hand off.
Well, I'm not sure I want to cut my hand off.
Okay. Yep.
Because
I mean, it's not that weird for a Samedi, unfortunately, but
true.
fortunately, you are at least a Samedi, so it's not all that odd.
Right.
You do know you do know you can pretty much grow it back in a night if you just left the stump there next to the old hand.
Right. So I mean, I could grow back the hand if I didn't want whatever the hand was going to do, right?
Right. At least you think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a cursed masturbatory hand. Who knows?
Cursed masturbatory hand. Good God.
That's all you do.
It was from a Bruja, supposedly. It's a vampire of some sort.
At celerity speeds, I guess.
I'd rip stuff off at that point. Yeah, you know what? I'd be curious to experiment, and I guess I would try it out.
Okay. So you go cut your own hand off, which hurts quite a bit.
Yeah.
But has a point of lethal to you.
Okay.
And put the hand back on, spend a blood point to heal it. So you can spend blood and then heal that lethal point. And the hand attaches itself to you. You now have like kind of rotted, decaying, pale skin all the way down to your wrist, where a dark skinned, very bristly furred hand, very strong looking hand with sharp claws is now there. You immediately feel stronger.
Oh.
More than anything else, you feel like your clothes are lighter and everything on you is much lighter, where you have like normally possibly a slight bit of encumbrance.
Right. Just because
your regular day-to-day things because of just having such low strength.
Right.
Other than that, you feel not only stronger, but you feel better at just fighting in general.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and adjust your sheet here for as long as this stays on.
Can you actually do that?
What's that?
Can you talk with my sheet? I didn't know you.
As far as I know, I can.
Okay, cool.
So
Do Bruja frenzies?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if that was me. This is Vampire the Masquerade chain.
Okay, so that.
Jesus!
Okay, and
I was wondering about that.
What?
Good God. I scrolled down to the discipline, so I'm like, oh yeah, potent 4.
Yeah.
So, melee 5, brawl 5, and potent 4. Oh, and dex of 5 and strength of 4.
Yeah. So that'll all stay as long as that hand stays attached to you. Now, your body will try to naturally get rid of it every night, so you'll need a point of blood to wake up with it.
Okay. Or else it'll do like, but then it'll just, my hand will regrow, and that'll be next to my regrown hand, right?
Yeah, you'll have a little baby regrow. Yeah.
Deadpool style baby hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting. Interesting.
Yep. but that is definitely there now.
All right. That's definitely something good to know.
Yep.
Like
Other than
stabbing
that-
people with the dagger for tomorrow, real handy.
That blood smells real good though.
Die.
Kind of like, yeah. I'm not saying you have to drink it now, but you smell it and you're like, wow, that's some nice stuff.
Wow.
Right there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost full on blood, so drinking it would. I guess I could. How much does it look like would be there? Being a vampire would know how much, like what would save me a point. Is it 1 point worth, 2 point worth?
You said the large one, so who knows what that means? It could be a point of theirs. It could be two. I mean,
Oh, that's right. Like a point of werewolf blood is worth 2 to a vampire or something like that. I forgot that there's different.
So who knows what this will do? But yeah,
Um.
it's definitely not the dried Cain's blood that they saw in that one castle. Though.
Right. I'm actually gonna.
This is a big thing of liquid blood, but it's still glowing in the material plane too. Weirdly enough.
I'm gonna go down to the vault. Do any of you all know anything about some what do you call them, the tall ones?
No. Gargoyles?
Ancient peoples, like long ago.
No. Sorry.
Okay.
We never heard of those.
All right. I didn't think so. Just thought I'd check.
I mean, there was David and Goliath. He was a tall guy apparently, or something.
Oh, Goliath? No, we're talking like way ancient, like not even on this earth anymore.
Oh, okay.
Ancient. Probably maybe before Cain. That's a thought.
Yeah, that's weird.
Huh. Anyway, all right. That's what I was thinking. Remember?
Alright.
Well, I will at least taste it. Just like sort of get some on my finger and taste it.
Okay.
You explode in a fiery ball of death.
No.
Oakland.
But you taste it, and your potence gets maxed for your gen basically while you can do it.
Oh.
While you taste it for now, but you just tasted it, so that's all that really happens for now. But
So I get even stronger.
Yeah, you go up to like 5 potence for the time being.
Oh, Christ.
But yeah, that wears off at the end of the night. But yeah, or wears off in a shorter period of time than the
Right,
the
just
night.
like
So
a
you dip
couple
your
hours.
finger in, and you're like, "Whoa, that's an intense high," and then
Yeah.
you're like, you kind of come out after it.
Yeah, a Samedi with 5 potents. What of it? 5 potents, 5 brawl, 5 melee, 4 straights. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you still have celerity.
I don't have celerity, you're right.
That's
I do have
really
3
all that
fortitude
matters.
though. Fucking this little
It's what would
skeleton.
happen if you didn't kill Wheelock in the very beginning or win initiative. He would just kill you, and that's the same thing all around Elder Vampire Combat.
Yeah. It's
Whoever wins initiative, pretty much.
Yep. This fucking frail looking Samedi walking in there and just like laying waste with a dagger. Because all of a sudden he's buff as shit for some reason.
The dagger is diff 4 to hit with because it's a dagger. So.
Yep. Christ. Okay. Awesome.
All right, so
Awesome.
I'm gonna go over to Brown and
Yep.
Wheelock, and if y'all have anything else y'all want to do before the night ends, and
Yeah, I didn't want to take
I
up
know,
too much time.
I know Wheelock, you had a fight to do, but we'll probably get to that next time. So,
Cross is not in the mood for fighting.
Yeah, don't worry.
gonna
I
stick
can
around
do
for
it
that long,
tomorrow, but I definitely wanna ask Vicky how good is she in a combat, because now I'm kind of worried.
She's isn't good at shooting and stuff. I'm just not really good at getting hit. If I get hit, I'm probably done for. If it's not a bullet, if it's a werewolf hitting me with its claws, I'm probably not gonna live too much. I don't have any. I don't have any armor or
Stamina.
anything like that would stop that.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. Maybe stay out of this one for tomorrow.
Like I said, I can go take a couple days in the Bahamas, no problem.
Yup, that's a great idea. Go do
well,
that.
I'll just go ahead and go up to the
Sure.
airport then.
Maybe just stay at the hospital. We can go to the Bahamas together if I don't die.
You don't die.
Okay.
Yo, smiles huge at that.
So have you thought about it? Is Pentex gonna be able to come back if
That's a real good.
Probably.
so what are we
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
about that?
Murder all of them?
You know,
Pentex, all of them?
Yup,
entirety
all
of
of them.
Pentex.
The entirety of Pentex.
Okay, boss. What do you say?
Why? What,
Hope you know what you're
were
doing.
Me too, so do I.
She says, well, I'll see you in a couple days, I guess.
Okay. See you then.
So
And
yeah, you got all your adjustments for the gen from Vrisa, right? Like your gen. went
yup,
down.
I did get 7th for the gym. The dots I'm not gonna put on my sheet because just I'll make a mental note of it.
Alright.
And I gotta pump more anyways when we start fighting.
Alright. Brown, was there anything else you want to do, buddy?
No, I mean the rest of the night's gonna be spent turning and getting my
Yeah.
child ready to go.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I wanna call Brown in the meantime.
Yeah, sure.
I don't have
What's
any
up,
signal.
Alex?
I don't have any signal where I'm at.
He's in
Oh.
Arcadia.
I mentally throw mental waves
Yeah,
your way.
fine.
Alex!
Well,
God damn it!
call you through telepathy, yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely more than 500 miles away, so I won't be able to hear him.
You're in Arcadia right now?
No, I'm in the Salubri.
Oh, that's right. He's dealing
That's
with this
right,
little
that's
shit.
right. I forgot. That's the
Yeah.
last thing you ended up off. Yeah. All right.
I
Yeah,
go by the hospital then, and I wanna talk to the blood bank ghoul lady.
Okay. She sees you down. I mean, she knows you. Well enough.
Yeah,
She's
I
the one who gets the
wanna
blood. That's
I
fine.
wanna fill up and get 10 bags for tomorrow.
Yeah, you can always leave his. You know his ghoul. You know where his ghoul is if you want to leave him a message or anything or get a hold of him.
Yeah,
like,
I
when
just
you call, it
wanna
says leave a
grab a
message.
bunch of bags.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, his ghoul. Make sure you're cool with it, or make sure.
She's like when you get there, she already has like a little cooler ready to go.
Probably.
Great, that's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I say, is there anything else, Kat, that you want to do?
Um,
I'm fine with anything, so I can stay around for a few more minutes if you want.
I mean, I feel like I've done a lot of stuff. I told Lavis about the thing. I'm getting prepped. I got some fancy stuff out of. Did you? I'll tell the considering names. Did you? Because I'm sure they're interested about the soul.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they're really interested in the stuff you got.
Yeah. So I'll just spend the rest of the night, talking with them about it and then getting prepped for tomorrow.
One of them, after you tell them about the pen, comes to you during the early parts of the very end of the night, and he asks if you could write his arthritis' knees to one of the other guys as a practical joke.
Well, the thing about that is from what I understand of the pen, it requires, talking about a loved one, and you guys are cool, but, you're sort of a pain in the ass. So I don't think that really counts as love.
Oh, you love us. You know you do. Somewhere deep down in that cold, empty, dark heart.
Yeah. Not really, no.
He kind of pinches your cheek and a piece comes off. He's like, oh, sorry.
You see what I'm talking about? This whole thing?
He puts it in your hand and kind of, sorry.
Yeah, you're
Backs
gonna want
up
to
slowly.
now.
Oh, rotting vampires.
They are cruising really close to just having me murder the most of them, or pull their souls out of their bodies.
You know where you can get the rest of those gems to buy that ring at? There's, you were only 10 short, and there's 13 gems just sitting here right taking.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Well, I do like Victor, and I'm sure he'd be a little pissed off if I happened to kill all 13 of his people.
Yeah, probably. All right. We'll call it there then. If you got nothing else to take care of.
I mean, we'll hold off until after, because I don't know.
The next session's probably gonna take a long time.
Let's see. I'm actually sort of curious if the range 50 is high. I could probably bargain him down a bit. Do you want me to just real quick to see if I could barter him down a little bit?
Sure.
An 8. Roll a 9 and a 1.
They'll bring it down by like 5, so
Yeah.
you're still 5 short.
Yeah, no, there's no way he could really, take any more souls that are actually in need of help or anything.
Okay.
We'll leave it alone, and maybe I'll get some tomorrow. And I can pick
Oh
it
yeah, I'm sure you'll get some for tomorrow.
up.
I wanted to do 2 more things beforehand, but they're really
Sure.
quick. I'm kind of doing a world tour of people that I've bet that I've become friends with, essentially. But I'm going to stop in on Gil and see how he's doing, and talk to him for a few minutes.
Okay. He's doing fine.
And tell him, and just go over quickly like what I've learned about Wakanda and the Nkanu and everything like that. And then I want to stop in on, and then I want to check in on Kalat.
How are you gonna find Kola?
I'm clairvoyancing him.
Okay, he doesn't show up.
Okay.
Kolat's warded. He's with the 7, but the real 7, the Council of 7.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of chilling, but yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was going through the tabs trying to find something real quick. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
All right. Anything else anybody wanted to do, and then we'll get on to the next session where the purge happens. We'll start with the next night.
Yeah, I think
We'll start with a little bit of fight for Wheelock, and then we'll.
Who is Wheelock fighting for the fight?
We'll see.
Oh,
Some Assemites, probably.
Yeah, possibly some Assemites.
alright.
Yep.
Anyway, all right.
All
So
right.
we'll call it there. Sorry,
that's
it was a
fine.
short session, but I mean, we wouldn't have time to run the next session anyway. So
Yeah, you're sick. That's fine.
y'all have a good night. Thank you for showing up, and y'all see
Have a
y'all
nice
next week.
one, Chris.
Okay, we'll give a
35.
25. We didn't do anything.
So what?
yeah, but I'll give out 10 this session.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Thank you very much.
very fair.
I made a kid, so I did something.
I also went to the land of the dead and bought some shit. Oh, and a
I
shopping
got
spree.
deconstructed and reconstructed. And I'm also super cute now.
you were so gross.
You're super cute now. Aw.
All right, Kraz, go rest. We'll see you next week. Thank you again.
See you guys next week.
I know it's a short stream, but I'm really not in the mood to do anything else. Yeah, no. That's fine. Today was absolute hell. I was gonna, be here for Vamp for the entire time because I was looking forward to that. It was very chill, but I don't feel like playing else or voicing anything or anything like that. So if we were playing for Vamp for 4 hours, I would have been here for 4 hours. Vamp's done for the night. Sorry, but yeah. I will be back tomorrow with more Pathfinder. I'll be hopefully rare and ready to go. I am done for the night. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. We will do the final battle thing next Tuesday. And it should be a kick in the pants. So if you want to see vampire combat, make sure to show up then. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Bye.